You can earn millions building apps, but I don't know how to code. It's okay, AI does. You know how to use AI, right? Yeah, all right then what's the issue? In this video, we are going to recreate this $1 million app using just one single AI tool. By the end of this video, you are going to be in awe of how easy it is to build an app and make money with it with the help of AI. Now, the app we are using helps people like you riz people you are attracted to on dating apps, because let's be honest, if you're watching this, you are most likely not a 6'4" mega athlete with the best flirting skills in town. You need help, and there's no better flirter than ChatGPT, am I right? So the way RizGPT works is it takes images of conversations that you are having with a girl or a guy, and it will let you know how to best respond to the person's text so that they're all over you. To recreate this app and make it better, we will be using today's sponsor, Roark. Roark is an AI mobile app builder, so think of Lovable, but for mobile. With just a couple of prompts, we can create a full-on app without having to write one line of code. We are going to break down the building process of the app in the following. First will be UI design. So for UI design, I'm imagining that we keep it simple. We have a welcome message at the top and then an input box where a user can add a screenshot of their conversation on whatever dating app, as well as a prompt where the user can let the AI know, hey, I want the reply to be witty or funny or direct. At the bottom, we will have our app, let's call it Rizzler, display what the user should send back. Let's call this a Rizply. Yep, we're getting creative here. We will also have an area where Rizzler's AI will say why it believes a user should send the following Rizply. This is how I have it drawn up. It's kind of whack, but it'll get the job done. Now, the next part is building out the core logic of our app. I believe it's super simple. We're just gonna allow the user to add an image from their phone. Then on the back end, we're gonna send the image to OpenAI's API with the prompt letting ChatGPT know that it must make the perfect reply to move the conversation forward. On top of the prompt that the user enters, you have a system prompt that we will write that will let OpenAI know what its purpose is. Well, what is its purpose? To get the user some action. He may be 5'2", but he'll have the flirting skills of a 6'5" mega athlete. All right, let's build this. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to add that image of the UI that I designed. Pretty rough image, to be honest. We are gonna give it to Roark and let it know that we want it to recreate this into a dark theme UI. So you see how I talked about what the app is? Now I'm going to mention basically the breakdown of the design that we have. So welcome message at the top. Outline all the parts. We have said that we want a welcome message at the top. We want the prompt box. We want the user to be able to add an image of their conversation that they're having on the dating app. And then beneath that should be a section with a generated reply from the AI known as a Rizply instead of reply. And beneath that, we want explanation as to why the AI decided on the Rizply it did. Again, you want to be specific on how you want the UI to be designed, because this will help Roark create as accurate of a UI that you are expecting. These are the main features. I can add additional UI aspects, make it dark theme, and have it be a black, pink, have the theme be black and pink. All right, so now we are going to be waiting for Roark to build out this app, and you can see some previous projects that I've been working on through this. The Roark is just amazing. It creates some of the best apps that I've seen, some of the best UI designs and full stack apps for mobile. So I'm excited to finish those projects. So you see the entire breakdown of what's going on. You see what your prompt was, as well as what Roark's AI is thinking, how it's going to be proceeding to design your app, right? And you can get all of these status updates right here, like what files are being created and all of that. So that's great. If you want to test on your personal phone, you can just scan this QR code and see how this app will look like on your phone. Otherwise, you can use the inbuilt preview that they have to just look at how the app looks like. So it looks like we got a small error right here. So look at the details. So tell Roark to go ahead and fix the following errors. All right, so found the error and now it is fixing it. In the meantime, I just want to highlight that you can change the layout of your device. So if you want this on Android, web view, right, as well as your iPhone, Apple. And obviously for this, I'm an Apple guy, so we're gonna be using Apple. All right, so we have the first version of our UI created. We can go ahead and look at this. Level up your dating game, paste the message what you received, how do you want to respond, and you also add a conversation screenshot, right? So this is pretty good because it'll allow us to kind of just not only send the last message that the person sent, but also upload the conversation to give the AI a more holistic view of what is going on, right? All right, so before I actually give it some UI changes that I want, let's go ahead and test how this looks like. So what you have to do is you have to scan this QR code on your phone, make sure you have the Expo app downloaded, and then you can see right here I have the actual app loaded on my phone. I'm gonna screen record and show you guys myself testing this app, right? Seeing how good it is, right? This is a first go. I'm excited to see the results. Is your place, do you have roommates? Back to my college days. I want to respond in a witty way because I do have roommates. Hey man, this is kind of crazy, right? Generate a reply. Let's see what we get. All right, so this is our reply. I do have roommates, but don't worry, they're more like friendly ghosts, quiet, miserable, and never steal the last slice of pizza, right? This is definitely white boy humor. This is not gonna, get you action, but this is a good start, right? We have the explanation. The response is witty and lighthearted. Yeah, so we definitely need some work on the prompting of this, but otherwise the functionality is working perfectly, which is great. Okay, so now with the functionality working the way we want it, what we can do is we are going to tell it some UI fixes. So here are the UI fixes that I'm looking for, but before we even do that, we're also going to add another tab. So we're going to add these UI changes to make it just more of a professional app. Before that, let's look at how it looks like on Android, so we can see, the various ways this app looks like, because we want our app to be used by everyone. Okay, it looks pretty solid on Android. And then the web view, nice. As a web app, it looks pretty solid as well. Right, so the cool thing about Rourke is it uses React Native to build the app. So React Native is a great way to build apps for cross-platform, meaning it can look good and work on Android, WebView, and Apple. So it's perfect. If you want to feel free to set up a GitHub and connect your GitHub account, so that way you can back up your progress and also enable some backend API keys in case you're using like OpenAI, Stripe, whatever. I will enable this because I will be adding my OpenAI key. But in case you're adding some database integration, you might need to store your soup-based secrets in this. You want to basically make sure you have this enabled so any important information can be saved securely. All right, cool. The backend is done, and we also have our UI changes ready. I'll press enter and make the UI look a little better. And while that's working, we are going to add our OpenAI key. Okay, so the UI changes are done, and you see the nice home tab. Very simple. Obviously, we can make it more advanced later on. But one thing before I even use my OpenAI key, I want to see how the app is currently, generating these replies. Like we had a pretty good reply earlier. I mean, it was kind of not that funny, but I wanted to know how's generating it, what AI models are using, right? Because some of these app builders will actually add their own AI model into the platform. So you don't really have to, use your OpenAI key or your Claude key and use some sort of other AI technology. Let's see what it says. Nice. So it looks like Rourke has his own LLM. Wow, that is actually amazing. Holy wow. Okay, perfect. So we might not even have to use our OpenAI key. Now, what we're going to be doing though is we are going to, right here, where it says, defines AI as a Rizzler, an AI assistant specialized in helping people craft perfect response for dating app conversations. This is too not Gen Z, not modern, not hip. It's way too technical, right? Too like, I don't know, it sounds like your grandfather's making this, right? So what we're gonna be doing is we are going to make our own prompt and say, change the system prompt to the following. I like how I'm telling the AI, don't sound too AI-like. It's funny. Now, this is a prompt so far, right? We're making sure that we're highlighting it should follow Gen Z humor and not sound too AI-like. And the reply should sound like they're coming from a chill college student. How college students text, let's do that. Or college students, the best demographic to really embody for our AI. That's when, students are going crazy. Okay, so we're gonna have the system prompt be different, and we're gonna let it know to update the system prompt. Okay, cool. And just like that, our system prompt is updated, which is great, right? And now what we're gonna be doing as this finishes up is we are gonna test our app again and see if the replies are a bit better. All right, so now we're going to test the final version of our app. So paste a message you receive. Let's say she said again, hey, do you have roommates? How do you want to respond? Make a witty reply. All right, we're gonna generate our reply. It is better than what you got last time. You're down for a chill hangout. The emojis are kind of crazy. They're kind of cringe, but hey, so it gets the job done, right? And again, the use, like, this is a good basis to go off of. And as a regular person, I would probably just take out that dash in the middle, delete that last sentence, right? Or maybe take out the snacks aren't involved. But this is a great like start, right? You have the dashboard right there. But this is a pretty good start on what we're looking for. So, you know, you can upload a conversation screenshot. So you can see my pictures right here. I don't really do this right now. Past that stage of my life. So I don't really have any dating app screenshots to give it. But if I did, you know, it would show. I wonder what happens if I show a screenshot of my mentee who made $5,000 building a AI agent. Okay, so the screenshot's right there and generate another reply. Oh, here. Looks like it has some issues with when you add a screenshot. Let me double check, make sure why I did that. Telling you Rourke right now to fix the issue with the screenshot not working. So it found the error that was going on when adding a screenshot and trying to get a reply from it. And right now it's fixing it. And that's the beauty of AI. It does it all for you. All right, so the issue should be hypothetically fixed and we're gonna test it once again. All right, so we have the app here and we have to now just add our screenshot, which again, my student who made $5,000 creating an AI agent, we'll upload that. And now the moment of truth, we'll click generate reply. And it is generating a response. Cool. So it is working. And so the reply kind of got confused because obviously the screenshot is not of a dating app. But yeah, let me see if I can find one for a dating app. Okay, let's try this. This is a little weird, but hey, okay. You know, it might not know who the person is, but it does know that a good message to do is, yeah, I do, but they're basically furnished at this point. Come over, it'll be chill, promise. And now I'll just edit this. So I'll take out the promise, just say, come over, it'll be chill. Nice and simple, right? So the app is doing what we wanted to do. Now we can go ahead and train this even more, right? And make this like the best dating coach that exists in the entire world. But for the sake of our project, this is good enough, right? So MVP. And the whole point of MVPs are, they don't have to be the best, they just have to have all the core features. So now with that done, what we're going to be doing is we are going to publish this, right? And see if we can, you know, get this to be public and whatnot. So to deploy this, we'll click publish, and Rourke makes it extremely easy to do. So we can click publish right here and then copy this link. And you see where it says share a link to your app before going for the App Store. So we can literally share this to like your beta users, to your community, people you know. They can go ahead, test out your app, see if it's good. And if you get good feedback, right, you can go ahead and publish to the App Store. If you get bad feedback, go ahead and make your changes. But, you know, now you can just deploy it to the App Store and your app will be live. All right, so our app is officially published and we can go ahead and open it right here. So you see the preview. So now anyone with the link can go ahead and scan this QR code and check out your app and use it along with Expo Go, which is great. Again, great for testing and great for getting feedback. So if you want to sell this app, what you would do is you would simply get the link, go ahead and share it on Instagram, share it on your socials, in communities, right? And you can get users on your app instantly and save their emails. And then once you have their emails, you can, you know, message them once your app is on the App Store. And then after that, they will go ahead and purchase your app or download your app. And that's when you start earning revenue from it. The app we have built is insane. And the more you add on top of it, the more it is your own. And before you know it, you have thousands of users using your app and you're an app millionaire. To see me build and launch and make money from an AI app live, watch this video next. To start building with Rourke today, check the first link in the description.